Hey guys, well I'm down here working on my 2013 Dodge Challenger. Have to excuse the paint job, I'm currently refinishing the body. I had an issue where my power window was dropping 1/4 of an inch, raising 1/4 of an inch on its own all night long. Had to jump the car off every day for a week. It turned out it was this switch here by my pinky. It's attached to an arm that pivots when you put your hand on the handle and go to open the latch. It pivots and it drops the window down. So that was malfunctioning, thinking that it was getting a signal when it wasn't. Unfortunately, I decided while I had everything parked, I attempted to clean it first, and decided to go ahead and lubricate my door latch. So I took it apart. I've done that before. You know, I've been working on cars. I'm 38. I've been working on cars since I was 16. So I put the latch back together. I missed one pin that goes into a small circular groove on the bottom of the latch. I put it back on and I test shut my door. I should have used a screwdriver to test the latch mechanism, which you usually do, but I was in a hurry. I shut the door, wouldn't open again. So luckily I didn't put the interior panel back on. So I pried and beat on this thing from the inside for a couple hours, and then, you know, there's no way to get this off. You can pry, and I broke several pieces off of this trying to get it. These little gears under here, no luck. So what I did was, you see these two screws here. Sorry, my camera's not focusing very well, but that screw by my pinky, and then the one above it, right there. Okay, I use a Dremel tool and I cut a line in those screws. Okay, that allows you to use a flathead to turn them out from the inside. Now you also have to do that to the 3 main bolts that hold the car on. You can see it'll be sticking up about this far from the inside, and I just cut a groove down the middle of it. And I'm sorry, my camera's not focusing. And that allowed me to, the 2 little screws, these hold this plate on, which needs to come off for this other side to come off, but you also got to take off the main ones because they're also holding this plate on it well. So that's 5 screws. You use a Dremel with the 1/4 size cutoff wheel on it. You can get in here with your arm. Be very careful. I have a nasty scar on my wrist from a Dremel that sliced my arm open when I dropped it sitting at a table working on something. Very bad injury. It's like 30,000 RPM. They will cut you quick. So be very careful when you're in here. Make sure your wind is up. You need the room. But by cutting those grooves in the other side, you can turn them out from the inside. The latch will fall apart and it will let go of your door. So I called the dealership even, and they said they didn't know of any way, if the latch will not function, they didn't know of any way to get the door back open without some major work. And after I tried prying on it for a while, I just you know, I saw the studs sticking up. Like I said, they're sticking out about from the top of my thumbnail up. And I just said, well, if I can get in there with my Dremel, and you got plenty of room, luckily, you can get in there, cut straight down the middle of the bolt when you get your little flathead groove, and then you can turn them out from the inside, and the latch will fall apart and release your door. So hopefully you guys won't do what I did and have to do that. But like I said, for my ghost window, and it only did it when the car was off. It ended up being this switch. This is a $160 latch assembly at the dealer. I got this off eBay out of a wrecked car for $65. So, all right guys, hope this has been helpful. Don't do what I did, but if you do, that's an easy way to fix it. Later.